Long ago, in a peaceful village beside a slow and shining river, there lived a young man named Adam. The village was small, surrounded by green hills, soft fields, and tall trees that danced gently whenever the wind passed through them. Adam lived in a tiny wooden house with his grandfather. Their home stood near the edge of the river where the water moved calmly, day and night, making a soft sound that many people in the village loved to hear before sleeping. Every evening, after sunset, Adam would sit outside with his grandfather under the old olive tree beside their house. His grandfather often told stories, not stories about kings or treasure, but stories about kindness, patience, peace, and simple people who lived quiet lives. Adam loved listening to them. One cold evening, while the moon glowed brightly above the river, Adam asked softly, "Grandfather, why do people travel so far searching for happiness?" The old man smiled gently. "Because many people think happiness lives somewhere else." Adam looked toward the distant hills. "And where does it really live?" His grandfather pointed toward Adam's chest. "Usually here." Adam stayed silent after hearing those words. The river continued flowing slowly beside them, and somewhere far away an owl called into the night. The next morning, Adam woke before sunrise. The village was quiet. Thin fog floated above the river like white smoke. He carried two empty buckets toward the well near the market. As he walked through the village paths, he greeted everyone kindly. Old farmers smiled at him. Children waved at him. Shopkeepers welcomed him warmly. Adam was loved in the village because he always helped others without expecting anything in return. After filling the buckets, he returned home. His grandfather was already making warm bread over the fire. The smell filled the small house beautifully. "Come," his grandfather said, "eat before the bread becomes cold." Adam sat beside him. For a while, neither of them spoke. Sometimes silence itself felt peaceful between them. After breakfast, Adam went to work in the fields near the river. The sun slowly climbed higher into the sky. Birds flew above the wheat fields. The air smelled fresh and clean. While working, Adam noticed an old traveler walking slowly along the road near the village entrance. The traveler wore a long brown coat and carried a lantern, even though it was daytime. Adam found it strange. He walked toward the man politely. "Peace be upon you," Adam said. "And upon you peace," the traveler replied with a tired smile. "You seem far from home." "I am," the traveler answered softly. Adam noticed the man looked exhausted. "Would you like water?" The traveler nodded thankfully. Adam offered him cool water from a small clay bottle. The old traveler drank slowly. Then he looked at Adam carefully. "You are kind," he said. "My grandfather says kindness costs little but gives much." The traveler smiled after hearing that. Then he raised the lantern slightly. "This lantern once belonged to someone very wise." Adam looked at the lantern curiously. It was old and made from silver-colored metal with beautiful patterns carved around it. "Does it still work?" Adam asked. "Oh, yes," the traveler said quietly, "but it does not shine like ordinary lanterns." Adam became more curious. "What makes it different?" The traveler looked toward the river before answering. "This lantern glows brightest near peaceful hearts." Adam did not know what to say. The traveler smiled again. "Take care of your heart, young man. Many people protect their money more carefully than their peace." Then the traveler continued walking slowly down the road until he disappeared beyond the trees. Adam stood there for a long time thinking about those words. That evening, Adam told his grandfather about the traveler. The old man listened carefully while pouring tea into two small cups. A lantern that shines near peaceful hearts? His grandfather repeated softly. Yes. His grandfather smiled gently. Then perhaps it was not really a lantern he was speaking about. Adam frowned slightly. What do you mean? Sometimes people hide wisdom inside stories. Adam looked confused. His grandfather chuckled quietly. Peace inside the heart is brighter than any light made by fire. Outside, rain began softly onto the roof. The sound mixed beautifully with the river nearby. Adam listened quietly. For some reason, he felt calm. Days passed peacefully. Winter slowly turned into spring. Flowers began appearing beside the riverbanks. Children played outside again. The market became lively. Travelers often stopped in the village to rest before continuing their journeys. One afternoon, while Adam was helping an old woman carry vegetables home, he heard people speaking loudly near the market square. A wealthy merchant had arrived from the city. He wore expensive clothes and rode a beautiful black horse. Many villagers gathered around him curiously. The merchant spoke proudly. In the city, he announced loudly, there are buildings taller than trees and markets brighter than daylight. The villagers listened with amazement. Adam stood quietly near the back. The merchant continued speaking. There is gold, music, luxury, and endless opportunity. Some villagers looked impressed. One young man asked eagerly, is life there better than here? The merchant laughed confidently. Of course, villages are slow and small. The city is where real success lives. That night, many villagers discussed the city excitedly. Even Adam began wondering about it. Maybe happiness truly existed somewhere far away. Maybe he was missing something. As he sat beside the river later that evening, he stared at the moon reflecting on the water. His grandfather joined him slowly. You are thinking deeply tonight, the old man said. Adam nodded. Do you think I should travel to the city? His grandfather remained silent for a moment. Then he asked gently, why do you want to go? Adam thought carefully. I don't know. Maybe to find something greater. The old man smiled softly. Then go. Adam looked surprised. Really? Yes. You are not worried? His grandfather looked at the river peacefully. Every river must flow before understanding where it belongs. A week later, Adam packed his small bag. The villagers gathered to say goodbye. Some wished him luck. Others warned him that city life was difficult. His grandfather simply hugged him warmly. Remember, he whispered, protect your peace. Then Adam began his journey. He walked across green hills, through forests, and beside quiet roads. During the day, he enjoyed the beauty around him. At night, he slept beneath the stars. Sometimes he met travelers. Some were cheerful, others looked tired and worried. One evening, Adam stayed at a small roadside inn. There he met a fisherman named Yusuf. The fisherman sat near the fire, quietly repairing an old net. Adam joined him. Long journey? Yusuf asked kindly. Yes, I'm traveling to the city. Yusuf smiled slightly. Many people travel there. Have you been? A long time ago. Adam leaned forward curiously. What was it like? The fisherman paused before answering. Busy. That sounds exciting. Sometimes. Adam noticed sadness in the man's eyes. Why did you leave? Yusuf looked at the fire. Because I missed sleeping peacefully. The room became quiet. Outside, rain tapped softly against the windows. After a while, Yusuf spoke again. In the city, people chase many things. What things? Money, status, attention, bigger houses, better clothes. Adam listened carefully. Did they become happy? The fisherman smiled sadly. Some became richer, but not many became calmer. Those words stayed in Adam's mind long after everyone had gone to sleep. Several days later, Adam finally reached the city. It was larger than anything he had ever imagined. Tall buildings covered the streets. Carts rolled everywhere. People rushed quickly through crowded markets. Voices echoed endlessly. At first, Adam felt amazed. Lights glowed brightly at night. Music played from restaurants. Merchants sold beautiful things from distant lands. For a few days, Adam enjoyed exploring. But slowly, something began changing inside him. The city never rested. Even late at night, noise filled the streets. People seemed busy all the time. Everyone appeared to be chasing something invisible. Adam found work carrying goods at a large market. The pay was decent. But every evening, he returned to his tiny rented room feeling exhausted. One night, while sitting beside his small window, he heard two wealthy men arguing loudly in the street below. They shouted angrily over money. A poor man nearby sat quietly alone, eating simple bread with a peaceful smile. Adam watched carefully. The poor man looked calmer than the wealthy men. For the first time, Adam began understanding his grandfather's words. Months passed. Adam saved some money. He bought nicer clothes. He learned the busy rhythms of city life, but something inside him still felt empty. One evening, while walking through a crowded market, Adam suddenly noticed an old familiar lantern hanging outside a tiny antique shop. His heart froze. It looked exactly like the traveler's lantern. He stepped inside. The shop owner was an elderly woman with silver hair and gentle eyes. "You seem surprised," she said kindly. Adam pointed toward the lantern. "I once met a traveler carrying one like this." The old woman smiled softly. "Ah, then perhaps you met Farid. You know him?" "Many years ago." Adam stared at the lantern quietly. The old woman spoke again. "He used to tell people that peaceful hearts shine brighter than lanterns." Adam's eyes widened. "He said the same thing to me." The old woman nodded knowingly. Then she asked gently, "Have you found peace in the city?" Adam remained silent. The woman smiled kindly. Silence often answers honestly. Adam looked down. For the first time, he admitted the truth to himself. No, he had not found peace there. That night, Adam walked alone through the noisy streets. Rain reflected city lights across the ground. People rushed past him holding umbrellas. Music echoed from distant buildings. But Adam suddenly missed the quiet river beside his home. He missed the sound of wind through trees. He missed simple evenings beneath the olive tree. He missed his grandfather. The next morning, Adam packed his belongings. Then he began his journey home. The road back felt different. The hills looked greener. The air smelled fresher. Birdsong sounded sweeter. After many days, Adam finally saw the familiar river shining beneath the sunset. His eyes filled with tears. The village looked exactly the same, peaceful, quiet, beautiful. Children ran through the fields laughing. Smoke rose gently from small chimneys, and beside the olive tree sat his grandfather, waiting. Adam walked toward him slowly. The old man smiled warmly. "You returned." Adam hugged him tightly. "Yes." His grandfather looked into his eyes. "And what did you find?" Adam smiled softly. "That peace is more valuable than excitement." The old man laughed gently. "Good." They sat together beside the river as the evening sky turned orange and gold. For a while, neither of them spoke. The river flowed quietly beside them. Finally, Adam whispered, "I understand now." His grandfather nodded slowly. "Tell me." Adam looked toward the water. "Happiness does not always live somewhere far away." The old man smiled. "Sometimes luck," he said softly. "It has been sitting beside us the whole time." Years passed peacefully after that. Adam never became rich. He never owned large buildings or expensive horses, but he became something many people never become: calm. He helped villagers. He planted trees near the river. He repaired old homes for free. He listened when others needed comfort. And every evening he sat beneath the olive tree beside his grandfather, until one quiet winter morning the old man peacefully left this world in his sleep. The village gathered to honor him. Everyone spoke about his kindness. Adam missed him deeply, but whenever sadness filled his heart, he remembered his grandfather's gentle voice: "Protect your peace." So Adam continued living simply. Years later, travelers passing through the village sometimes noticed a calm man sitting beside the river at sunset, and beside him hung an old silver lantern. Some travelers asked him about it. Adam would smile softly and say, "This lantern shines brightest near peaceful hearts." Then the travelers usually became quiet, because deep inside they understood, just like Adam once did. And beside the quiet river, under the stars and the endless sky, life continued gently forward, slowly, peacefully, like the calm flow of water in the night.